I'm Minal Bekel, and I'm interested in Washington's religious diversity. I want to see how you guys take advantage of your First Amendment right to free exercise of religion. Presenting to you for the Spotlight section of the Husky Network, this is my show, Believe.
I feel it's time for me.
Hi, I'm Mazin. I'm from the graduating class of 2012 and I'm a Muslim. Both of my parents are Muslim, and so yeah, my Muslim family and everything. And it's also really ingrained in my culture. It's a monotheistic religion. We find it's very closely tied with Christianity and Judaism. We believe in the same God, and we believe in the same prophets. It's kind of like a successive religion for those. In Islam, you're supposed to pray 5 times a day. There's you fast in Ramadan, and there's all these. It's really an intention-based religion. So it's supposed to be in everything you do. Whenever you do things, you just have to have that just in the back of your mind, thinking about how this is. How it relates to religion and God and stuff. And as far as special occasions, we have Eid twice a year. There's one's celebrating Abraham, and the other one's kind of celebrating the Islamic New Year. I would definitely say that my morals are very affected by my religion, and I think as most religions do, have a really good moral base. So it does affect, when I'm unsure about something, I can always look to my religion, and it helps me know what the right decision is, and I try to make it. Well, as far as stereotypes go, every single group is always, going to be susceptible to them. But, just with Islam, recently with all the different political issues between, and it's mostly, the United States especially, between the United States and different Muslim nations, there are, there's links to terrorism and all these things that you see on the news every day. It's ironic because it's really the opposite of what Islam is about, and those people who do those things are kind of, hijacking the religion is a term that people often use, and kind of using the religion as a cover for something that's completely against the actual faith's beliefs, So, I mean, I personally, I think living in the Bay Area, it's a really accepting place, but I have a lot of family and friends who live in areas that are not as open and understanding, and they are susceptible to a lot of stereotyping, and being in the airport sucks. One time when I was 7 years old, we missed a flight because there was some guy who had the same name as me, and he was blacklisted. And I was 7 years old, so I don't know what the suspicion was, that I'm some 7-year-old Al-Qaeda member, but who knows. I mean, I know it isn't the name of safety, and it is important to be safe. So that's a very complex issue. I don't know why, but I do usually there is usually a shock when people find out I'm Muslim, which sometimes worries me because it's well, do I not seem Muslim, or I don't know what it is, but I guess I don't necessarily because the thing is about Islam is that there's people from all over the world, from Far Eastern Asia to Africa to the Middle East and all over the place who are Muslim, and it doesn't really it's not set into a certain ethnicity or culture or country. So there's a very diverse span of Muslim people, and it has nothing really to do with geographic location or anything. So yeah, I mean, I often have to kind of explain to people what Islam is, because they'll find out I'm Muslim, oh, so does that mean you do this, or does that mean you do that, or why do you not do this? But it's normal. I don't think that's really a big deal. I feel people will have their curiosities. I try to be really careful when I explain it to people, just from things that I know. I don't want to make any assumptions because I could be wrong, So yeah, I do it sometimes bothers me when people ask me these really these really absolute questions about my faith that I don't feel comfortable answering, just because because it is a belief, and sometimes they do slightly vary on certain topics. So I mean, one I think is a really good example, which I'm not very often asked very often about, but I do have family and friends about the hijab, which is the veil, the head scarf that women wear, and that's often a really difficult subject to explain to people, because in this culture it's very it doesn't really fit in with the culture, the society we have here in America, but then in other countries it's really normal, and it's a really important part of the faith to a lot of people. So that's one example. And there's other things like we don't eat pork, and certain things that are prohibited, like alcohol and smoking and drugs and stuff like that. So yeah, sometimes like people they don't understand it because it's just very different from their own culture. But once again, that is normal. I feel like no one's gonna understand everyone else's religion. That's just how people are. I'd have to say my favorite part of my religion is it's the faith, and it's just like believing in it, and like it's a very personal thing, but like just having that connection with God and with and with my religion. And it's like there's a community, and like it's a lot of, I can't even list off the things. Like I don't think there's really one thing that's my favorite part, but just but I do love my religion. It is a very important part of my life, as I feel like it should be.